UConn clinging to a 1-point lead. A lot of activity. Caravan. Big
The UConn Huskies win a record-tying 13th straight NCAA tournament game. The two-time defending champs knock out Oklahoma in the opening round. UConn faces one-seed Florida tomorrow night. Dana Jacobson is once again working the sidelines for the big dance and joins us from her site in Denver for a story of homecoming. Man, you just see it all, don't you?
You do see it all, especially when it comes to tournament time. You know, Michelle, if people were watching on Thursday, they may have seen Georgia fall to perennial tournament team Gonzaga. Tough defeat for the Bulldogs, but still a year worth celebrating. As we've mentioned, they made the big dance for the first time in a decade after a season where they saw their first top 25 ranking in 14 years. Helping lead the way on and off the court, the Newell brothers. One expected to be a lottery pick in the NBA draft. The other earned his scholarship as a walk-on player. And as we found out, as they found their footing in college, the journey was both new and nostalgic.
Georgia freshman Asa Newell and big brother Jaden, a redshirt sophomore, have made the Bulldogs' Stegman Coliseum a bit of a home away from home.
I love practicing here and playing here every day.
The fans is amazing, the crowd, the atmosphere. When it's filled up in here, the state gets rocking.
But being here is actually a homecoming.
So what memories, if any, do you have of being here?
Yeah, I remember coming out here on recess, playing with the basketball.
Now 6'8" and 6'11", they were a bit smaller when they first walked this path.
This is nothing for you, but I'm like, I could dunk on you.
Yeah, you could.
Back then, the Newell brothers were just kids attending Georgia's McFall Learning Center, making most walks around campus now a trip down memory lane.
It's amazing. This is definitely a home away from home. You know, everybody stays loyal to Georgia and the brand at Georgia, so it's just a full circle moment.
That loyalty for the Newells due in large part to their grandmother Jacqueline, their mom's mom, who worked in the office of the president. She died in 2016, but spent the boys' early years looking for every opportunity to get them on campus.
We did theater camp.
We also took piano lessons, swim lessons in the Ramsey Center.
What do you think she would think or is thinking about you being here if she's looking down on you now?
I think she'd be very proud of us both. I know she's rocking that Georgia gear somewhere.
My mom was a basketball player. She was the captain of her basketball team.
Jaden and Asa's mom, Carmen, has also found comfort in their return to Athens. After her mother's death, she says being here was too painful.
It just became too difficult for me because I was just grieving so much that I knew I couldn't stay in Athens any longer.
The boys were 10 and 12 when they moved with their parents and sister Zoe to Destin, Florida. A change of scenery, and for then soccer-playing Asa and Jaden, also a change of sports.
So once we moved to Destin, Asa wanted to try basketball. And so they tried out for Destin Middle School and they made the team.
From the beginning, Asa was able to take advantage of his big brother, developing his basketball skills while playing with the older kids on Jaden's AAU travel and high school teams.
They have such a really great relationship. I mean, they'll get on each other's nerves, now, like brothers will.
Yeah.
And if they're playing simple sports, they are super competitive. At one point in time, they had to stop doing that because they were getting too competitive.
I heard the pickup games had to stop.
It had to stop.
At home.
It had to stop for a little bit. Now since we're a little older, we can, okay.
Yeah.
He beat me the other day, and I was mad, but before I would get super mad.
Same thing with me. If Asa was talking trash to me, saying all this to that, I would have to go in the house.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
But that sibling rivalry here at Georgia has benefited both brothers.
We go after each other's throats more than any other competitor will.
At everything.
At everything. It doesn't matter if we're playing Mario Kart or we're playing Monopoly. We're always competing against each other, and in turn, it makes us better.
Just having Jaden here with me, he always has my back. Like, he's someone who I can always talk to and with any of my problems, and that's a big key because basketball is, a lot of it is mental.
And stolen away by Newell. He's got the launch codes and a dunk. Asa Newell's on the board.
Asa joined the Bulldogs this season, a likely one and done, expected to head to the NBA this summer. A huge get for Georgia, a school not known for its basketball lineage.
Well, I wanted to build a legacy here. I wanted to, help change the program. I felt like I had the utmost confidence coming here and competing with Jaden and my teammates. And, I just felt like this is the spot for me.
They're waiting for him, Jaden, who walked onto the team in 2022. And last summer saw his hard work pay off.
Loyalty has remained constant from day one.
Bulldogs head coach Mike White happy to deliver the news.
Loyalty's a two-way street, and that's why you've earned yourself a scholarship, baby.
I've heard you call Jaden the motor.
Yes, motor man, absolutely. Every time he gets an offensive rebound in practice, our whole managerial staff yells motor at the top of their lungs. He goes harder than anyone on our roster outside of Asa. He's tied with Asa.
Somebody like Asa, that this could be one and done. Do you think about that, or is that something you can't even?
I really don't, because I just think it's so obvious. He's the entire package. He's all about the right stuff. He also impacts on the stat sheet. He scored a lot of points and gathered a lot of rebounds this year. He's a heck of a talent, one of the best players I've ever coached, obviously. But Jaden's been impacting for years. He really has. He continues to impact.
Side by side for most of their lives, those comparisons are ever present.
I don't have any jealousy in that type of way as people normally would, which is kind of weird. I expect myself to even feel jealousy, but also at the same time, it's a driving force for me, because it's not like, oh, why is he getting this? Why am I not getting this?
You know you're different people.
Right, and I just trust the process at the end of the day.
And no matter where that process takes them in the years ahead, both Asa and Jaden Newell are making sure not to take this one for granted.
A sweet experience to play college basketball regardless. But how much better is it that you do share this?
It's amazing. We're truly blessed by God. Hopefully there'll be another time where we're working together on the court, but this time is something that I hold very dear to my heart.
Yeah, we never want to take a day for granted. This is something that nobody can take away from us, saying that we played high school together, we played AAU together, and we played college basketball together. It's an amazing feeling.
I really love spending some time with the guys. One more note on Jaden. He's studying biology, pre-med, and he says if basketball's not in his future, he wants to be an anesthesiologist. And guys, the best part, when I asked them about their little sister, they said, that's the Newell we need to keep an eye on. We should watch for her in a few years in college. So they were great.
That's amazing. I know. Wouldn't it be great to see them in the NBA, siblings
it's
on the
amazing.
hard court?
I just like seeing them on the same team. They're so close. They're still competitive, but they have this brotherly love.
Yeah, I love the fact that they also.
I don't think that's Jaden's future, but.
Oh,
I don't think that's Jaden's future, but certainly Asa's. I know you would love to see it, but just in the reality of things. But they have a great bond right now.
Yeah.
And Dana, you're covering your alma mater today.
I am, but I am very unbiased. I do this all the time. It is A&M, and Michigan will kick things off for us here in Denver later on today. And then we followed up with a game, Wisconsin and BYU.
All righty.